Yo, 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 welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And y'all getting 2 videos today. What's up with that? Let's go. So, let's talk about it, man. So, the reason why I'm making a second video today is because some information has just came out about DeVonte Parker. But before we get into anything like that, Eric Stewart, you are the winner of the No Cut Sports Podcast jersey giveaway. If you could please reach out to me, man, I'll put my information in this video description as well. I made a video earlier, so if y'all haven't seen that, make sure y'all go back and watch that. But my information is also in there for you too, Eric. So please reach out so I can get you your jersey, and we're gonna rock like that. So with that being said, let's get into what we need to get into. So breaking news: DeVonte Parker has retired from the NFL. If you remember, he was acquired this past offseason. I forget what his contract was, but from the Patriots, I think it was probably like $1 million, maybe gave him like $1 million contract, something like that. Nothing too crazy, but the reason why I'm making the video is not so much because of DeVonte Parker, but him retiring. As you know, they brought competition in for the wide receiver 3 position. The Philadelphia Eagles did, and DeVonte Parker and Paris Campbell, which I think they're leaning more toward Paris Campbell because, of the experience. But I'm so sorry, I just ate. Excuse me. But I do think that Anaya Smith, or maybe even Johnny Walker. I know his name is Johnny Wilson, but I got nicknames for everybody. So Johnny Walker, maybe Johnny Walker steps in as a wide receiver 3 as well, because I don't want to leave him out as well. He's also a talented wide receiver. But at the same time, if you've been looking at Anaya Smith's highlights, if you've been looking at anything that Anaya Smith has been doing when it comes to football these last few years, and football, you know that his skill set will fit perfectly with the wide receiver 3. Pretty much can do a lot. You can put him in the backfield. You can line him up. You can move him around, line him up places and things like that, different places on the field. So I feel as though that him being the younger guy, he's the right size too, like Paul's, but like 5'9", 5'10", if I'm not mistaken, and he got that dog in him. So if you're asking me, I think it's getting closer to them probably, especially with OTAs, because like in my previous videos, I said that OTA started today. Wednesday, the reporters will be there. It'll be open up to all the reporters. And shout out to Anthony DeBono, if I make sure I'm saying his name right. But I was talking to him, just a little brief conversation on Twitter. I thought he was going to be there today at the Eagles OTAs, but he said he doesn't have credentials. So Philadelphia Eagles, man, if y'all see this, man, get my man Anthony DeBono. He do a good job. So, because I be watching him on other people's podcasts, and I got him on Twitter. He does a great job covering the Eagles and other things in the NFL. So, let's see if we can get my man some credentials, man. I know I'm small time, but you never know who might see this. So, but keep it moving. But yeah. So look out for that. But I'm thinking that they probably did see some OTAs or just over these last, because they met a couple times. The guys that got together a couple times, and they had some short practices and things like that. But I'm thinking that they might have seen that he maybe just lost a step or something like that, where he's just getting older, so can't play the position like he used to, and maybe want to spend some time with his family. I couldn't tell you what it is, but one thing I can say, the man done retired today. So also I didn't talk about earlier was Darius Slay. They had an autism foundation. These people are crazy, man. They had an autism foundation. To get a tour, you go through the locker room and stuff like that. And some lady posts a picture on Twitter. And I don't know what her gripe is with him, but posted a picture of her giving him the finger on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. And then he responds and says, "Dang, what I do?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And I even said on my podcast here before, but I even said some things that were questionable about what he had said. And it is what it is. People say things. I'm not tripping. I'm not, like, that's what I be saying. People get to the point where they get to tripping. Like, these aren't human beings. Like, these are people too. If somebody would do that to you, you'd be upset. So, we try to take that into account. At least I do try to take it into account when I do talk about these players, because they are human. You know what I mean? So, people say things, and you might just take it the wrong way. You might not even mean it like that. But at the end of the day, shout out to Darius Slay, because he's probably one of the best corners we have had in Philadelphia in a long time, man. And yeah, he's getting older, you know what I'm saying? He might not want to do some of the things. I ain't going to name what he said, but all in all, it's good for Quinyon and Cooper and the rest of those guys in the cornerback room to have his expertise. because even though he's older now, he still is a good cornerback, but he's been a very good cornerback through his career. Excuse me. So, yeah, man. So just having him around is just still nice to see. So, but yeah, man. So I would like to see, moving back onto that wide receiver 3 position though. So I would like to see though what they do now, man, because video then came out. They had Hall and Keegan doing a push-up contest, and Hall ended up winning. But I like to see it, man. Everybody's competing. You see the camaraderie getting built, and the culture getting built as well. And it's just good to see, man. Because I feel like I said before, I don't think we've seen that the last time. I really don't remember last year it being like this. And everybody don't get along. Everybody don't see eye to eye. But this is your job. You got to find a way to get along with the people that you do work with. So I don't want this to go too much longer. But yeah, I figured I'd just break that information right quick. But if you're asking me, before I let y'all go, man, if y'all asking me, I do think that Anai Smith will be wide receiver 3. Just depending on how his training camp and rookie mini camp, I think it's a rookie mini camp they got coming up. I got to look at their schedule one more time. But they got a couple camps coming up, so this is good to see, man. I'm glad to see that they're implementing camp, because I feel like they got a very slow start last year, and they just never could catch that groove. So yeah, man. So we'll see what they do, man. But my bid is in for Anai Smith to be wide receiver 3. I will say that. I'm just going off of his skill set and what I've seen on tape. It's like, bro, he can do like I said, he can play running back. He played running back, wide receiver. He was a dog, bro. And he never complained about not getting his touches and stuff like that. So, that's a great guy to have out there. And maybe with DeVonte Parker, retiring, this will help propel him, or even like I said, Johnny Wilson at the same time. Because I don't see a lot of people talking about Johnny Wilson as too much, but Johnny Wilson also a dog, and he's, like I said, either a good third down target, or a red zone because of his size. So hopefully either one of them guys can put it together and be wide receiver 3 for us. So we'll see though. But with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. Y'all already know it's not from No Cut Sports Podcast. Also Eric Stewart, shout out to him one more time, man. You were the winner of the jersey giveaway, so please contact me. My stuff will be in the description below. But with that being said, man, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all already know, man. Go Birds.